I don't know how I woke up this yesterday morning and Madam was asking me whether she wants to eat crab.
Yeah.
Crab.
Yesterday I wanted to eat crab. The crab has to be in okra. And I need
Please, you didn't mention okra. You said crab.
But I'm telling you where it should be. I can't just cook crab and eat now.
Oh, Lord.
So I wanted crab in okra, crab fingers, shrimps, small tilapia, not the big ones, the small tilapia in okra soup, a bit of spice, and then akpula.
So, this is the whole issue. Evers are trending because Wodemaya says we should look into the Volta region. Everybody for half.
So that one who came back to give him a backlash is saying that it's for Naka trying to say if they're comfortable with people moving in there. Evers are the most hospitable people I know. They're very welcoming. You know. And so when you go to the Volta region right now, most people who have vacation homes are not even from that place. So if the people over there are comfortable and they're not protesting it, because again, very soon I'll have to have a conversation with Ted Magbana to go into his constituency, because it is indeed, let me put it that way, it is indeed Ghana's. Because when you go into a Volta region, the resource, the kind of clean water you see, the healthy food you eat, the beaches that are super, super clean. Like it's in the Volta region, you see blue sea and white sand. Or white sand and white sand. Very beautiful areas, you know. And so again, maybe Wodemaya is just setting an agenda that people should watch, like, you know, the way we've climbed the mountains, gone to the coastal areas. Maybe we should be looking at ever being those coastal areas that we really want to. And then there are mountains over there. This area, really and truly. For having said this, shouldn't I go for my vacation over there?
Watcher 7CD says, some years ago in another generation, Victor Wusu said Evers are inward looking. I don't think he lied. I love Evers. I have Ever roots, but what makes them unique is how they keep to tradition and brotherly love. I call it the nyabro.
Understanding.
Understanding.
Aha. It's not like that anymore, but yeah.
Hey, what do you mean by it's not like that anymore?
It's not as intense as it used to be. Those times, we ride down. Na nipaneka, in fact, nobody didn't keke na ewe pa. That's my brother forever.
Okay, all right. Cecilia Dapa is still trending. Agrada is trending. Pace is trending. Emmanuel Arno trending. Okay, Wado.
What's it with Kojo?
Wado.
What has he done?
All right. Chris Wado says, take 10,000 CDs, Momo, just because you weren't selfish. You deserve an appreciation to push you to continue to be a selfless person. For that is what brought some of us to this far, and not by might. At Bra Kingdom, God bless you and never change. Please extend the kindness. So he's sent money to someone.
There is a story behind this.
Chris, 1,000 CDs for you, even though you asked for 50 CDs. I'm sorry for delaying your 3 square meal. Had a very busy day. I'm sure you can also buy a plate or 2 for any random person or one of your friends on X. Extend the kindness. So I think, all right, so he says, isn't it crazy how some people need no proof to accept a lie, but demand endless proof to accept the truth? Into MZ, no giveaways.
And a moon text me because what number giveaway does it continue to today?
No yet giveaways into and run it yet. Wabinyano winya sort here. Somebody was just current balance. CEO, this is what is left for me for the month. Let the grace follow me too. 90 CDs.
Oh, 90 CDs or more.
90 CDs. When you're 90 CDs, they say. Yeah. Yes, Chris Wado, I can see it raining Momo on your timeline. Some people are fighting you that you are not giving the money the way you're not giving you are not giving the money the way we prefer you do it, even though it's not their money. Anyway, if some momo is still available, let's do cake. Come my way.
Obi Azuni.
Obi the Spider-Man there too. So when will someone acknowledge my kindness too? Spider-Man was so drained. Spider-Man where they say, oh wow.
Original Spider-Man one because I'm not or.
But where they say.
And then.
Oh boy. Someone tagged Chris Rather and says, me, I just need some startup capital to start my farming business.
Hey, start a capital farming business. It's capital.
Says, boss, if you send me the 1,000 Ghana summer, it will finish soon. Aside my job, I did do my personal hustle, laptops and phones, mainly a middleman vibe, but legit. I did hear recommendations by sharing my flyer. Make squad trust me, so say I go earn something to survive. So he's not asking for 1,000 CDs, he's just saying that, Chris Wado, you know what, please just post my flyer. Yeah. And most definitely people, and just tell people that this guy is a trustworthy person when it comes to the selling of phones and laptops. Inti N1, I don't know.
I had it.
Tina Chris Wado air trend, you know. Inti,
region. I got that today. I got that. It's trending with Nana B.
Oh, really?
Nana B had his press conference yesterday. Highlighted some of the issues that he thinks the government should act on ASAP, including obviously Sammy JV, which then directs in Agrada. And then he talked about the code of conduct. He talked about what the law says about possessing dollars as an individual in Ghana and as a government official. I think he touched on a couple of things. Yeah, those are the two main things I might have heard from him. And people are saying that, not me, people are saying that Chalinko Fono, a bedroom next year, they know my bro, because press conference is not us. Press conference is the door, so. And then I also heard, she also came after Empress Gifty and the husband. I don't know what instigated that.
What is it? Did you listen to the video? I just don't want to play it.
As for Agra, that's on there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So, can we read at least the caption though?
Say
Pastor. Oh. No.
Ed Hub says it was never Sammy Jemfi's fault. Nana Agrada has a charming eye, a spiritual gift, and carries the spirit of God. So when she asks you for a gift, you have no option but to give it to her. This is coming in from Bishop J.Y. Edu. Let's listen.
Let's listen.
So for charming eyes, or spirit of charming. And yes, I bet them feel what will be on the side of the other to watch in the sky. So that spiritual gift.
Nese ebet mi abase o sa charming eyes ni bintino ene wo yo obentin na ebi wo nsem a wo hia no nko ade a aha ne okura nyina abedane ama no
o sere se man e bi ko a wo de ma no me ameba agada sofo o ya sunso charming eyes or spirit of charming. Yes, I bet them feel what.
Charming eye. Charming
eye. So that's
charming eye. Now just say, if you should meet her today and you have like 1,000 CDs in your bag, no be 500. What the bemano? Cause Okita, charming eye. That's right. Nana Eze towards this video is made of the balance of body, soul, that's into brackets, mind and spirit. But Ghana here, we go overdo the spirit part and spiritualize every act like our minds or soul no day. Frederick Ampoma says matters of spirituality are different cases. The carnal sense. Sami Jenfi did it out of love and strategic to let Agrada know they are not enemies, but rather citizens with a supportive and caring attitude. Did they ever had a problem?
Oh, they have the entire NDC has a problem with Agrada.
Okay.
Because of her accusations against them during the elections. Yes.
Third Saint says, you go make everything spiritual. Kofi Airtime says, the white people worry we power. They carry our mind and everything go. See some.
I was saying.
Edino na eye me. Satan company. Hey. Say then go do this woman go get customers mean one appearance or grandparents go there make she scam them. Nostromo says, so why did she snatch the money? If she has a charming eye, why did she snatch the money?
It's not bad.
First Lady Gada says the mentality of a black man. Yebua Divine says, was it not the same man who said that Baumia will win the election if not he is called by God? See him here lying again. Okrada Boy says our media houses and Casa them get problem. Unas Food says share on also. Freeway says in say. Engineer Emmanuel say Royal M says Bibi News ye nipa. Kevin Akwesi says LOL Ghana hands for touch all the leaders. Oh boy. This is amazing. All right. Okay, so we have...
whilst we get into the trends, I am actually very, very, very shocked that Shom Diddy Combs is not in the trends. And Cassie is not in the trends because she actually took up the stunt yesterday. Okay, at dawn, 5 hours ago, about 6 hours ago. She did show up in court to testify against Sean. And that wasn't something a lot of people were expecting. But then again, she was also named as the first witness. And obviously, in such a sensitive case, one would have thought that because her video was what might have instigated this entire thing or solidified all the accusations that were made against Sean, it was necessary. But you also remember that she dropped her case against him. And so people were not expecting that she would show up in court to testify against him. But here she is. She has. And I was just looking up the outcomes before because they are not public. You see the sketches of what is happening in court, but there isn't like a physical video or the proceeding is not public. So we don't have some of the details, but reporters would come out and tell us what was said in there. So I'm pretty sure now it should be flying around. So if you know something, you can share with us. But before we got on air, it was just the sketches that were out talking about she making it to the stand, and then it was just interesting. Now that the trial has started, I'm pretty sure all the revelations around this particular case and all the charges against him are now going to be very visible, and it's just sad that another black brother has to go through this phase. One will say that if he did commit the crimes, then we honestly don't have a choice. Honestly don't have a choice.
Why is Lagos trending? What's happening? So Niger says FG has announced the temporary closure of the Ijora Marine Bridge in Lagos State to carry out urgent repairs.
Then you can because there's traffic. On whatever diversion they're going to give to them, there's traffic.
But where did you see the cars lined up?
I'm telling you,
normal traffic day.
Hey, Lagos traffic.
Oh boy.
You understand. You will understand.
So that is why Lagos is trending. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Hey, Akufo-Addo is trending.
What has Akufo-Addo done?
Hey. Okay. All right, so Sika official says impressed by the newly built new Piache community. A Ghanaian woman has hailed the erstwhile Akufo-Addo-led administration for their intervention following the Bogoswa Piache mining explosion incident.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was the project that Bawumia led to make happen. He did cut the sword for it. He made sure it happened. And I remember very well when this project was completed, someone said that, like, Anka Juan, Anka Onkoye. And I'm saying, have you not seen some of these blastings or some of these, you know, very... What I don't know where I disappear, like very drastic damages done to people's properties or an area going through a similar phase, or maybe not as bad as this one because it's wiped up an entire community. But you know, nothing was done about it. So again, this was very, you know, commendable on the part of the government. I mean, to the government, they did very well. The houses, a little beyond what was even there before, looks nice, looks very decent for any Ghanaian to live in. And so this is some of the things that...
Like a mini barracks, you know, But beautiful, 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 beautiful images right there. So, on the screens into OB co-excursion. So what I see now, or the chile, you know, Okay. All right. So more like evidence.
Say, that's what government
is evidence. But to this, Black One says, let it be known that the mining company did the job under NPP guidance, not government money.
Sound. Now. Whose money? Who caused the blasting? You know, it's my money to build it. When your papa.
Edward Taylor says, but they couldn't do the same for Akosomo Dam spillage. Cropless TV says they sacrificed them. It wasn't a secret. Selassie Bank says good, but why government go waste land, build flats? Adefi says people who don't live in mining communities can misinform. Oh, hey. Donny T. Flex says, does she know the amount people donated for it to be built? Dora Rich says, this was built by the mining companies, not the government. And if you think it was the government who built it, like you will be seeing the pictures on their page, make nobody lie. And even the woman, she doesn't know what she is saying. The woman in the video.
So let me tell you something. I agree with... Who even said this? Like we are quick to jump into certain conclusions without understanding, because really and truly, between you and I, Jay, if a mining company is supposed to decently carry out a blasting, and out of that procedure or out of that action, other people are affected, may taxpayers' money. I don't know building that mining company, what would they be sitting there doing? Like, you remember the company that was doing the the blasting thing around the Kaswa area?
Yeah.
How people went after them to make sure that they take care of the people that were harmed. Listen, I think we all need to understand, if the government put their foot down to make sure this mining company did what we're supposed to do, do you think we would have been able to get this area back in?
It's still under their guidance, so I don't understand this. It's still under their guidance. Because if the government didn't step foot down, maybe the mining companies would have just gone aloof.
And ignored what was going on.
Exactly.
And it will be another story.
Yeah. All right. Bossman GA says all major mining companies in Ghana paid for this. Newmont, Aga, Chirano, Goldfields all contributed. The company responsible for the explosion, Maxam, paid $1 million fine and $5 million was used for this project. People are bringing in facts. Kojo says low-income, affordable housing using sustainable materials is possible in Ghana. Government only needs to prioritize housing.
He wrote it wrong. You read his wrong right there. Prioritize.
Okay. Crispus One says it's what's the mining company that bear majority cost to it, not the government. Express Your Mind says Nanado's government wasn't in for PR like this NDC government. At some point, most of the projects Nanado did were not even made public. Posterity will be very kind to Nanado and Dr. Baumia government.
That's a big lie in the picture, from a picture of because I haven't. Listen, I did say that the Eto'o government was using a lot of PR, strategies to get people to see what they were doing. Because and you see, there's nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with an MP saying that I'm doing this in my area, a minister saying I'm doing this in this area, a president saying I'm doing this in this area, because that is the accountability you are asking for.
Yeah.
Anywho, well, that's it for our trends this morning. We're getting into our stories right after this.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest Broken Pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Midweek, Wednesday, May 14th, 2025. You're welcome to the morning news here on the AM Club. My name is Augustine Adam Kopiti Saint. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What is
What do
trending?
you do to your hair?
Jesus.
It's Fashion Wednesday. Allow me, please. We are.
I'm sorry. Really, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I said the in my head.
Yeah.
It just
It came out.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
What do you do to it? Yeah. Oh, but people do it. People break egg and then they mix it up
don't
and then.
say.
Yeah. People do it. Yeah, people do it. That's what I want to find out from you. Like, what do you do to your hair?
So,
naturally, your hair is curly.
It's curly, but not this curly.
Into then.
So I use an
40 waves.
activator. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Oh no, I don't. I don't do that.
Wow, it's 40 waves.
In any case, that's also a good hair food.
Exactly.
It is.
Yeah.
Wheat oil.
Wait. Is it what they said in?
Yes, wheat oil is good
Really?
hair food. Yes, a lot of our hair. I have a wheat cream.
Okay.
It grows hair well. Like, if you notice, I am Kwame Nkrumah's daughter, so.
Okay.
I remember when I was in primary school, right? There was a point that I had to cut my hair. So I was braiding my hair in school. There was a point I had to cut my hair. When I cut my hair, then the Kwame Nkrumah thing came out, and then there was this Nigerian boy carrying me in my school. It's like, are you Kwame Nkrumah's daughter? The way the boy asked genuinely, are you Kwame Nkrumah's? So my entire primary school life, I was called Kwame Nkrumah's daughter. So yes, this Kwame Nkrumah's daughter, I'm fixing it with wheat oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it works?
Oh, yeah, it does.
Right.
It does. A lot of hair growth products have with oil in it. Yes, so it's good. And now it's legal in Ghana, so I can talk about it. So for medicinal reasons. What's in the news?
So, looks like it's not only Sami Jenfi who is going to be facing some head, though. We've seen some members of parliament also go at each other with lawsuits. So, Dafia Mekpo has sued in Team Fojo.
Yes.
For some defamatory statements. He's seeking 30 million Ghana cedis in damages, as well as some retractions and interlocutory injunction preventing Team Fojo from talking about Dafia Mekpo
For the rest of his life. That's the kind of restriction I'm going to collect on other people. I'm going to collect on
Right.
you.
Oh, but me, what am I then? Me, I speak to facts.
Fact and factual.
Yeah, so that is also in the news. Also, Edu Boahen, yesterday he appeared in court, hoping to see him go home after the bail was granted, but unfortunately he was rearrested again. Or fortunately, unfortunately, he was.
After granted.
Yes.
Yeah, he was rearrested
for another fresh
charges against
it. Looks
him.
like it's going to be a back and forth.
Have you had anybody tell you that? Ask you if you're related to him?
What? No.
Because you have the head and the beard. If we should be arresting you to arrest you.
You also call in nature.
And his project is just around this, like it's in the middle of our area, so so you never just know. He's not my family member. I don't know him.
Well, I want to be associated with him after this
case.
Yes.
True. Then I also heard that Attorney General has released some cases against some fresh new cases. That's new news. Let's get into it.
So let's get into our stories. First of all, start off with lawyer Samuel Atah-Chian, as he has disclosed that his client, Kwabena Edu Boahen, the former director of the National Signals Bureau, has been rearrested on a new charge shortly after being granted bail in sum of 49 million Ghana cedi cybersecurity procurement scandal. Now, speaking to the press after an Accra High Court hearing, Atah-Chian revealed that the first charges relate to the secured internet services provided to another state institution. Now, let's take you to the Accra High Court where Atah-Chian spoke to the media.
To have his freedom yesterday, and they said they have another matter that they are investigating concerning him. So when he was supposed to have his freedom, by their calculation, they released him midnight and then rearrested him on the basis of the newfound matters they were looking at. But the question is, in the period in which he had the freedom, why didn't they deal with the matter? And they'll leave it till midnight and rearrest him. Is somebody very excited that incarcerating another Ghanaian with all manner of tactics will aid justice, and that is unfortunate.
So is he in the custody of Yoko right now?
He's gone back to Yoko, and I'm going there now for me to come to terms with what is the new matter, what is the new issue. You see, because he's been there all this while, and if there were serious matters of consequence, and he's on bail, huge bail, 80 million Ghana cedis bail, he's living nowhere. Edu Boahen's name and that of Angela, they are all over the nation, our borders and our airports. They are going nowhere. So I believe that we should come clean that this is not a personal vendetta. This is a man that you believe you have some criminal case against, and give him space to defend himself. And give him also the freedom that now the Supreme Court has decided that there's no case which is not bailable, including murders. Provided always they will exact on new conditions for you to appear before the court to defend yourself. So I do not think we are going to rewrite the criminal jurisprudence of Ghana because of one man.
This fresh arrest, does it include the wife and the third accused person?
I am not sure. I mean, who are involved, and I'm going to find out from them what it entails, and I'll be able to address it.
Do you know the matter in which he is being arrested for?
I've been hinted that it relates to secured internet services for the benefit of another state institution, the Ghana Water Company. That national security provided them with gadgets and well-meaning things so that if you are even in your room, you're able to see the pipes, whether they are not being tampered, because national security surmise that water is a national security matter. When your water is polluted, it will affect the entire nation.
So, Council, last week, a leaked letter that Edu Boahen authored was released in the public domain. How does that from the plaintiff.
So that was Samuel Atachian, legal counsel for Dr. Kwabena Edubahing, the former NSP boss who is at the heart of a controversy, 49 million Ghana cedis in the cybersecurity procurement scandal. Well, what we know this morning is that he's been rearrested, taken back to Iyoko cells. We will bring you updates with regards to this particular development. But South Dai Member of Parliament Roxanne Nelson Dafiamekwa has filed a suit against Asin South Member of Parliament Reverend John Ntim Fojo for defamation. And he alleges that a social media post published by the latter has gravely damaged his reputation, integrity and political standing. The suit filed at the High Court stems from a May 8, 2025 post on X, formerly known as Twitter, in which Reverend Fojo said that Mr. Dafiamekwa, as Vice Chairman of Parliament's Subsidiary Legislation Committee, must provide answers to some alleged payment. Now, Reverend Fojo further suggested that a probe was necessary and accused the National Democratic Congress of benefiting from some monies while in opposition. However, Mr. Dafiamekwa, who serves as the chief whip of the majority in Parliament, has denied the claims, asserting that he was not a member of the Subsidiary Legislations Committee in Parliament when the incident took place. He contended that the statements are not only false and malicious, but were made with reckless disregard for the truth. The South Dai Member of Parliament is seeking a declaration that the statements were defamatory, along with several remedies, including an interlocutory and perpetual injunction restraining Reverend Fojo from further publications. He is also seeking 30 million Ghana cedis in damages. Now let's walk you through the lawsuit cited by MX24 News. And it says, in the High Court of Justice, Accra, Roxanne Nelson Dafiamekwa stated as the plaintiff versus Honorable Reverend John Ntim Fojo as the defendant to an action having been commenced against you by this issue of this writ by the above-named plaintiff, Honorable Roxanne Nelson Dafiamekwa. You are hereby commanded that within 8 days after service of this writ on you, inclusive of the day of the service, you do cause an appearance to be entered for you, Reverend Ntim Fojo, and take notice that in default of your doing so, judgments may be given in your absence without further notice to you. Honorable Reverend John Ntim Fojo, and it's dated 13th of May. But now let's get into the details of the charge sheet, what he is seeking. So this is what he is seeking in damages: an order for interlocutory injunction restraining the defendant, his assigned private agents, privies agents and workmen and all persons claiming through the defendant from publishing the statements made by the defendant in relation to the plaintiff pending the final determination of the suit, an order of perpetual injunction restraining the defendant from making or in any other way causing to be published any further defamatory statements about the plaintiff, an order directed to the defendant to retract the said defamatory statements made about the plaintiff and posted online. He goes on to say, an order directed at the defendant to publish an apology to the plaintiff in the following manner: and I, by making one publication in a national daily paper, newspaper, by posting on X, formerly Twitter, social media platform, with the same prominence and defamatory words received in 7 days of the judgment being delivered by this honorable court. It goes on to say, general damages in the sum of the reputational value of the plaintiff as stated in paragraph 5 above against the defendant in favor of the plaintiff for the defamatory statement posted by the defendant online, and compensatory damages against the defendant in favor of the plaintiff for the defamatory statement posted by the defendant, legal costs, any others that this honorable court deems fit. And what we know in paragraph 5 of this charge sheet is an amount of 30 million Ghana cedis in damages that the plaintiff, Roxanne Nelson Dafiamekwa, Member of Parliament for South Dai constituency, is seeking against the defendant, Reverend John Ntim Fojo. Now let's stay on some legal matters, as Eric Dumenu Akachi, the private citizen who petitioned the Commission of Human Rights and Administrative Justice, SHRAJ, over the controversial dollar splashing incident involving NDC's communications officer, Sammy Gyamfi, and the CEO of the Ghana Gold Board, claims he has since received threats to his life. Now, Mr. Akachi disclosed that following the filing of his petition on May 11, 2025, he has been inundated with calls from unknown numbers, with some containing direct threats and verbal abuse. Now, his petition to SHRAJ seeks an investigation into suspected financial misconduct after a viral video captured Mr. Sammy Gyamfi handing out dollars to popular spiritual figure Nana Agrada in the footage. Mr. Gyamfi, who also serves as the CEO of Gold Board, is seen seated in a luxury Range Rover while distributing the cash. Now, in his petition, Mr. Akachi referenced Article 218E of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana, which encompasses and empowers SHRAJ to investigate alleged or suspected corruption and abuse of power by public officials. He called particular attention to Mr. Gyamfi's conduct in the video, labeling the dollar splashing act as a perfectly clear instance of alleged engagement in suspected corruption. Now, he also, like I said, submitted a petition. Let's walk you through the details of the petition to SHRAJ. Now, he says a formal complaint in respect of instances of corruption against Mr. Samuel Gyamfi, CEO of Ghana Gold Board. I write in my personal capacity as a citizen of the Republic of Ghana with a civic duty provided under Article 41(1) of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. Sir, I formally bring this petition under Article 218E of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana with regards to videos in circulation about Mr. Samuel Gyamfi, a public office holder who was captured on camera splashing dollars on one Agrada in his Range Rover. As a public interest advocate, it has come to my attention that the said Samuel Gyamfi currently has two private bank accounts with Consolidated Bank Ghana. One is a dollar account and the other being a CD account. Further, credible intelligence reveals that these two accounts have whopping sums, and that this account, I am reliably informed through credible intelligence that prior to his current position, those accounts never had the said substantial inflows. This, I contend, including the splashing of dollars on the 10th of May 2025, leads to one and only irresistible conclusion with the accuracy of mathematics that these are perfectly instances of alleged involvement in suspected corruption which falls within the investigative mandate of this commission. I am by this complaint calling for a full-scale investigation into the source of the money. I am verily aware and believe the same to be true, that your office would give this petition the needed consideration and attention it deserves. Thank you. And it's signed by Eric Dumenu Akachi, who provides his phone number, and calling on SHRAJ to set up a commission or to launch an investigation into this whole incident. What we know, let's put this into proper perspective. We know that following a viral video on the 10th of May, a lot of eyebrows has been raised with regards to the act committed by Sammy Gyamfi, where he allegedly gave evangelist Nana Agrada, commonly known as Mama Pat, some dollars. We do not know how much is it. We've heard $800, we've heard $1,000. Up to now, we've not been able to substantiate how much exactly was given to her. Later, that evening into the following morning, we saw the Chief of Staff, Julius Deborah, call Sammy Gyamfi. That was on Monday for a formal meeting. We do not know the details of that meeting, but what we know is that that meeting was held between himself, Sammy Gyamfi, and Chief of Staff, Julius Deborah. This morning, we know that an individual, a private citizen who petitioned SHRAJ, has been receiving threats, threat messages and calls with regards to the petition he submitted to SHRAJ. We've not had any formal response from SHRAJ with regards to this petition, but when it breaks, we'll let you know. We'll be your ears and eyes on grounds. But now let's turn our focus to the NPP, but still stay on this Sammy Gyamfi story, as the New Patriotic Party has called on President John Dramani Mahama to make immediate and decisive action in response to the controversy involving the acting Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Gold Board, Sammy Gyamfi, following the circulation of a viral video showing him handing US dollar bills to evangelist Patricia Isiama, popularly known as Nana Agrada. Now, at a press conference held on Tuesday, May 13, 2025, the NPP national organizer Henry Nana Boakye condemned what he described as reckless behavior by Mr. Sammy Gyamfi and urged President Mahama to take the matter seriously.
1.5 million, which is supposed to be his clothing allowance. Like, hold on, travel with me, hold on. Provision of 2 security officers or 6,000 each officer as an equivalent. 1 governor or 4,000 Ghana cedis as a cash equivalent. Full medical cover for him, his spouse, and up to 5 children. Provision of 2 cars with full maintenance and insurance. Fuel allocation of 1,005 liters of fuel monthly. Fuel allocation, do your own mathematics, 1,005 liters of fuel monthly for each official vehicle. The official vehicle may be sold to Mr. Gyamfi upon contract expiration or termination per the company's asset disposal policy. 30 working days of paid vacation annually. 30 working days of paid vacation annually. Exclusive of public holidays. So anywhere in the world, if you decide to go to Bahamas, if you decide to go to wherever, if you decide to go there, the state is responsible to pay fully all the expenses for this vacation. Airfare up to $10,000 upon proof of per diem of USD 2,000.
That was the national organizer for the New Patriotic Party, Henry Nana Boakye, outlining some benefits the CEO of the Ghana Gold Boys, Sammy Gyamfi, is enjoying. He's called on President Mahama to take the matter seriously. The matter being that of the viral video that circulated on Sunday following the, well, what some have described as the handing of dollars to Nana Agradaa, which has raised a lot of eyebrows over the week. And we'll bring you updates with regards to the response from President John Dramani Mahama since he's out of the country during presidential duties. And now let's stay on the president, as President John Dramani Mahama told investigative journalist Manasseh Azure that his petition to discontinue the YEA Zoom Lion contracts is being given the necessary attention. Now, 2 weeks ago, the multiple award-winning journalist formally petitioned President Mahama to discontinue the 19-year-old contract between the Youth Employment Agency, YEA, and the Zoom Lion Ghana Limited under the last contract that expired in September 2025, 850 Ghana cedis was allocated to each sweeper. Now, Zoom Lion keeps an amount of 600 Ghana cedis and pays the sweepers a little over 250 Ghana cedis a month. Now, this is according to the contract. Now, Zoom Lion also charges interest if the YEA delays in paying the company for 3 months. Now, in 2024, Zoom Lion charged an interest of 90 million Ghana cedis. Zoom Lion recently revealed that its latest proposal is under discussion at the YEA. In this proposal, Zoom Lion wants the allocation for sweepers to be raised to 1,300 Ghana cedis so that Zoom Lion would be able to keep some amount of 888 Ghana cedis and give the sweepers 420 Ghana cedis monthly. Now, the YEA has no data to verify the 45,000 sweepers of Zoom Lion for every month, even after raising alarm in 2028. Now, a letter cited by the secretary to the president, Julius Callistus Mahama, acknowledged recipient or the receipt of the journalist's petition. Now, we also cited this particular letter released by Callistus Mahama. Let's walk you through the details of that letter. It says, rejoined a petition to discontinue the expired contracts between the YEA and Zoom Lion Ghana Limited. I acknowledge receipt of your letter dated the 27th of April 2025 regarding the subject above. This is to inform you that the matter is being given the necessary attention and the outcome will be communicated to you in due course. Please accept the renewed assurances of my highest esteem, signed Callistus Mahama, Secretary to the President, and is directed to Mr. Manasseh Azure, freelance investigative journalist. Away from that, the Attorney General's office has formally charged former Infrastructure Investment Fund CEO Solomon Asamoah and Export Chairman Professor Christopher Amayao Kumfi for their roles in the controversial Accra SkyTrain project, which allegedly cost the state some $2 million without authorization. Now, the charges filed yesterday at the Accra High Court Criminal Division include willfully causing financial loss to the state under the Criminal Offence Act, conspiracy to commit crime through intentional dissipation of public funds, and intentional dissipation of public funds under the Public Property Protection Decree. Now, the prosecutors allege that in February 2019, the accused authorized a $2 million payment from GIF to the Accra investor, the Africa Investor Holdings Limited, for preliminary works on the SkyTrain project. Now, the payment was reportedly made without proper board approval. Now, the SkyTrain project, initiated in 2018 as a public-private partnership for an urban rail system in Accra, involved a memorandum of understanding between the Ministry of Rails and between that of Africa Investor Holdings and GIF. However, investigations revealed that the $2 million disbursement lacked proper due diligence and violated GIF's governance protocols. Now, the Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Ayine, stated that the accused acted outside their mandate, causing significant financial harm to the state. Now, this is clear, and he says this is a clear cause of financial misconduct. Now, the case will proceed in the High Court, with the AG's office indicating some GIF board members have been arranged and agreed to testify as prosecution witness. And this will start next week. As always, we'll be your eyes and ears from court and bring you updates. Now, let's turn our focus into international waters, as in a landmark economic and strategic breakthrough, President Donald Trump has announced a sweeping $6 million investment commitment from Saudi Arabia into the United States during a high-profile visit to the kingdom. Now, the deal, which spans defense, energy, infrastructure, technology, and healthcare sectors, marks the largest set of commercial agreements in U.S.-Saudi history. The announcement includes a $142 billion defense agreement, the largest ever between the two nations, which will bolster Saudi Arabia's military capacities while creating substantial opportunities for U.S. defense firms. It also features major energy and infrastructure projects, such as a $20 billion investment by Saudi-based Data Vault in U.S. data centers and energy infrastructure. Now, the deal also includes new arrangements on critical mineral supply chains, energy innovation, air transport, and even space cooperation, such as Saudi Arabia's CubeSat participating in NASA Artemis 2 mission. Now, both countries are pledged to strengthen cultural and scientific ties through partnership with the institution, including conversation efforts and historical exhibitions. The agreement builds on Trump's previous 2017 deals with Saudi Arabia and underscores the kingdom's growing role as a key U.S. trading partner in the Middle East. Now, in 2024, bilateral trade reached some $25.9 billion, with the U.S. enjoying a trade surplus. Well, good news for U.S. Now, let's turn our focus to Mali, where Mali's military government has dissolved all political parties after accusations from rights groups that the opposition figures have been arrested. Now, Assimi Goïta, who seized power in 2 army coups in 2020 and 2021, validated the decision after it was broadcast to Malians in a televised statement on Tuesday. The parties were disbanded after demonstrations this month demanding the country return to democratic rule. Now, protesters gathered on May 3 and 4, carrying placards with slogans reading, "Down with dictatorship, long live democracy," in a rare public rebuke of the military government, which had promised to hold elections in 2022. Now, a national conference held in April recommended extending Goïta's presidency until 2030, drawing condemnation from opposition figures and human rights groups. In response to another protest that had been planned on on Friday, the military government issued a decree suspending all political activities across the country. The move forced opposition groups to cancel the demonstration, and the government has now tightened its grip further. Well, that's interesting coming in from Mali, but we'll keep our eyes keen. Like I always say, we'll be your eyes and ears, and when the news breaks, we'll surely let you know. But that's how we draw the curtains on this morning's bulletin. My name is Augustine Adam Kobiti Saint. The news ends here, But you can get more news and updates if you join us on mx24online.com or follow us on all social media pages. It's mx24gh on all social media platforms and mx24 news on Instagram.
Oh, Augustine, thank you so much for coming in with Indo Stories right here on the show. Well, quick turn, then we do some sports. We'll be right back.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Okay, so it's time for us to now get into sports. Remember, you get rewarded as the next big sports betting influencer with Betway. Place bets and share your codes with friends, fans, and followers. If they place bets using your code, you earn 4% of their wager. Doesn't matter if it's a win or a loss. If they bet, you earn cash. And the more people that bet with your code, the more you earn. Start betting, sharing, and winning with Bet Influencer exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. Now on to our first story. The Ghana Football Association, GFA, has fined Emmanuel Ano, a player for Nations FC, 500 Ghana cedis for misconduct during a Ghana Premier League match against Asante Kotoko. Ano's goal celebration involved revealing an undergarment with a religious message, "I belong to Jesus." The GFA's disciplinary committee found him guilty of violating league regulations prohibiting religious or political messages during matches. The GFA emphasized that such acts disrupt neutrality and warned Ano that further misconduct would result in severe sanctions. In response to the fine, Ano posted a message on social media platform X saying, Why can football players celebrate LGBTQ sexuality but not their love for Jesus? Romans 14:8. If we live, we live for the Lord, and if we die, we die for the Lord. So whether we live or die, we belong to the Lord. It's the kingdom work on the pitch. Oh, interesting. Well, away from that, Sutherland secured a 3-2 aggregate victory over Coventry in the Championship playoff final, thanks to a last-gasp goal by Dan Ballard in extra time. The Black Cats now face Sheffield United at Wembley on the 24th of May to decide the Premier League next season. However, the Sky Blues missed a chance to secure their spot in the final due to a wide miss by USA forward Haji. next big sports betting influencer with Betway. Place bets and share your codes with your fans, your family, your loved ones. All you have to do is just share your code. And now, if they place a bet using your code, you earn 4% wager automatically, all right? It doesn't matter if you give it to them and they win or they lose. So far as they're using your code, you're winning a 4% wager. So go ahead, start betting, sharing, and winning with Bet Influencer, exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. Also, do visit MX24 app, catch up on all the fun and excitement of the AM Club shows, featuring engaging conversations, thrilling live segments, and exclusive content you cannot afford to miss.
News stories, sports, and business insight on mx24online.com. It's now time for entertainment and showbiz. We'll be right back after this.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Entertainment News segment right here on the AM Club Coffee Daily. My name is Daphne Flashley, and as usual, anytime you see me, I give you everything that is trending in Ghana, in Africa, and beyond. Now, today, I promise you that it's packed, and we're going to dissect into a lot from Kim Promise, given scholarships, which, you know, I think is very, very nice, to Cassie being a witness in the ongoing Didi trial. There's a lot that we're going to do right here this morning. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
You look like a virgin this morning. I don't know how that is happening.
You look like what?
A virgin.
I am a virgin.
Yes, you are. I mean, you're looking at path.
Yeah.
This morning.
You dress, you know, what you look like. That's how it's.
What did she just say? You dress what you look like.
You dress like what you look like.
You dress who you are.
Wow, yes.
How are you? How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. JKD, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I am doing fine.
I'm glad.
So I'm dressed as a virgin.
You're not a virgin, Galawi. Married man.
You're a married man.
You're a married man. Nobody cares.
Who says? Who says?
Who says what? Who says what?
There are married men who are virgins.
Who are virgins?
Oh, why?
Yeah.
Then
why are you married?
Then why are you married?
Then why are you married?
Yes. Because then let me even remind you. I still know something.
What do you know?
Don't worry.
I see this girl. What do you know?
Master,
I don't want to
come
put
and
you
trigger the girl to say
blast.
things.
No, but what does she know?
Don't make me put you on last year. Is it not you that is it birthday anniversary? Your wife wrote, did card and said thank you for the.
Oh, but that one it's
a word. It's a word.
You can just write and said.
Can you let me see your stories?
Well, it looks like yesterday, after the cease and desist by Kofi Mole, we have Bongo Ideas. So I told you he mentioned he mentioned 4 people: Kojo Sheldon Studios, Bongo Ideas TV3, and one other person. And Bongo Ideas immediately he has come to do his due diligence. Yes, he doesn't want trouble.
Oh, but he doesn't waste time. Oh.
Yeah.
Because I remember the other one.
He did waste time. He did Kojo Forex.
He wasted time.
They had to go to court. They actually they went through the process of going to court.
And Kojo Forex actually won.
He won the case against him.
So
he won the case against him, put an injunction on him. So as he's sitting there right now, he cannot talk about Kojo Forex.
Do you know what the issue is? Already he's gathering money to sort Kojo Forex out. So if he's supposed to waste time.
Where are we going to get the money? So he's
$100,000. He's gathering $100,000. All his side hustles. So.
But could you call it money?
Yeah.
Look, that's how I'm bad. Anywho,
yeah. So that is what is up at the moment, and I like this. I like this peaceful. So he came out with a statement. So let's look at the statement. Came out with a statement on X. He said, statement of apology and retraction. I would like to address the concerns related to a recent tweet I posted about Ghanaian artist Edward Amwa, known as Kofi Mole. The tweet stated, "Say no to drugs, cut down on the smoking, or better still, quit. You're looking older than your age. You be fine, boy. Don't let drugs destroy you." At Kofi Mole. The tweet was made out of sincere concern. And not with any ill intent. Having worked with Kofi Mole and having a friendly relationship with him, my words stemmed from a place of personal concern, reflecting feelings shared by many fans. However, I recognize that the way I express my thoughts and the public nature of my post may have created a misunderstanding and caused unintended harm. I have no evidence to corroborate and claims regarding drug use, and I truly regret any misinterpretations that arose from my message. Consequently, I, number 1, retract the tweet and any associated post, offer my heartfelt apology to Kofi Mole for any distress or damage to his reputation caused by my words, and commit to reposting this apology periodically on relevant platforms in a manner that is agreeable to all parties involved. I remain dedicated to offering respectful and responsible commentary. I like this. Simple.
So he actually had a relationship with Kofi Mole and couldn't reach out to Kofi Mole himself.
When I was reading it, I'm sure you heard me say whole. Because if you had a friendship with him, you could say, bro, this is what I've heard, You came to put it there, now you're claiming that you have a friendship with me after you've made me go through distress.
It's like this. Has to be burned.
Burned, right?
We're not buying this friendship, we're burning this friendship.
Imagine I've done something to you and I'd rather go and then be saying it
on social media. You won't come to work that day.
No, because
you won't return back to this office. You
on top of that, when I finish, I'll tag you at Miriam U Mensa.
You can't meet me. I will not do social media.
Then the next day, I'll come and
yeah, my friend.
No, that's not good. But I'm glad this had to happen immediately. All right, moving away from that. As I said earlier, guess who is awarding scholarships? So Kim Promise awarded scholarship to Tilly. That is his PRO of the, back then when they had the TGMAs. This TGMA was very special because they did campaign with PRO and all of that. I'm personally not seen that.
But we'd like to correct this briefly though. She isn't an official PR for Kim Promise. Yes. But she took up, because all of them were not official PR, with the exception of the MCI Eboa squad. No? They have some sort of affiliation with Stonebwoy or to Stonebwoy, but Tilly does not. Tilly did it on her own, just knowing that Kim Promise deserves this award.
Right.
And I think also, I am thinking about it, I'm like, why don't they just retain her? But a question was thrown to him and he didn't answer it in that regard. So let's just continue with that.
congratulations to her. Congratulations to Kim Promise, and congratulations to her. So he's decided to make sure that she goes into a master's program, and he's going to fully fund that. And so I'm happy.
I'm going to fund my master's program.
Go and do PR for someone.
I know. No, but she's already a PR person. So why aren't you?
Brands now.
No. The brands she's doing for. She's just collecting money.
So they say PR, so we'll see.
Because yesterday I watched the interview, and I'm saying this based on the interview they had yesterday. What Nana Romy, right, asked him. So with the after the projects not on my are they going to retain her as as a PR to the thing, because she took up the thing on her own, and he didn't respond to that. He just said that, oh, she's going to do her masters, and so I'm responding. I'm actually speaking to that. Okay, so if she's officially their PR, then I have no, I don't
because
have that
upon the research I did yesterday when I was working on the story, it said that she was the PR for the campaign. Of his.
And absolutely. Not a PR
like
for...
not PR for Legacy Life and the main brand.
Yes, that I know.
So let's see how it goes, right? Now, we're moving on to some international stories, and it's not been an easy journey for some females in the industry in Hollywood, and we're talking about Hailey Bailey and Cassie. So Hailey Bailey is very, very sad because, as I told you the other time, Hailey DDG were together for years, had baby Halo, and they had to go their separate ways. Now, in a shocking news, yesterday Hailey has got a restraining order for DDG because she says that he's been abusive. Now, I saw photos of scars, chipped teeth, and it's crazy. It's crazy. And so let's get into the story. Singer and actress Hailey Bailey has been granted a restraining order against her ex-boyfriend, rapper DDG Daryl Dwayne Granberry Jr., from whom she accuses of physical, emotional, verbal, and financial abuse. Bailey alleges that the abuse escalated in January when Granberry physically assaulted her during a dispute over their son's visitation schedule, resulting in injuries including a chipped tooth. Court documents support her claims with images of the alleged injuries. So I saw that. I don't think it's something that we'd like to come and put here, but yes, it's really, really sad. And I think back then in January they had a little custody problem. I think in January is when DDG took her son to a live streaming platform with Kai, and she wasn't happy about that. She tweeted about it, saying that I'm his mother, whatever my son is, I'm supposed to know about it. And people were actually defending DDG that is also my son. That's also his son, so he can do whatever he wants to do. But it's really, really sad that it has to be like that. And I just wish them the best. They should figure it out. For the sake of the baby, for the sake of Halo, they should figure it out. Once again, I don't know why, anytime you ask someone out there why, they are having children without the commitment, especially in Hollywood. And I'm saying this because recently there's this power couple on social media, Larry Benzo and his woman. 6 months ago, they had a baby. Very beautiful son. He's called Zaza. They make very nice videos. And just 2 days ago, she presents a pregnancy test, and she's pregnant with a second baby. So now she's pregnant after 6 months of, it's like, Larry, you have to put a ring on it. Larry, you have to do something. And then someone in the comment section said that, but someone said that, I think someone said something in the line of, they have to be ready mentally to steal from marriage.
Well, you already said to make babies.
That's exactly what I thought of. Who made that perception that it's easy to have babies than to keep a marriage?
So for them, the culture plays a huge role on those decisions they make. That is what some African men are looking for now. No commitment babies. But that's not our thing. They're okay with living that kind of life because the system supports single parenting. You will not be stranded. You will not be frustrated. Worst case, shelter or hope that the government will take care of you. So the system offers these options, and so they are not tied to marry. If you like the guy, you like the woman, you can coexist for a long time, have babies, separate, go for what do you call that thing? Child support, be happy, chops up child support, somebody to be paying the child support expensively, and just live your life. They have that culture, appreciate that living. We over here is not our thing.
They're making babies like human beings. They're making it look easy than marriage, and I don't get it. But anyway, that's up to them. That's not.
As she rightly said, it's culture. It's what they've been built around. What culture has accepted socially. You get it. So because when you come to the Ghanaian setting, you come to the Ghanaian culture, it says something different. You get me? If sometimes you would, even when it gets to this Ghanaian culture, it even differs in ethnic groups and what they think and what you were supposed to do, especially when you're going for traditional engagement and everything. Some people, it differs. You get it. So sometimes you even have a baby with someone and you've not married the person, and now you want to go and do the marriage. So you would pay for it. So that's the setting. But in the Western side, it's different.
Some people can just walk into the court, being a boyfriend who are worry without family.
Like I'm telling you,
this kind of culture is liberal. It's really a liberal space for them. So they are allowed to do some of these things.
Very liberal. Even Love and Hip Hop, Star, what's his name? Scrap. He just had a new baby mama out of threesome. Like, there's so much happening, but let's move away.
It's fire. Okay.
Let's move away from that. Now, we are having conversations right now about the ongoing trial of Diddy. Yesterday, we had his ex, Cassie, who was there, had a lot of things to say. Now, she pointed some things out about being, Cassie, Diddy being her first matured relationship, how she didn't really know so many things. He introduced her to freak-offs. Now, on Monday, there were things that Cassie had to say that I think there was someone that was asking some questions in the courtroom to Cassie's bodyguard, and Cassie's bodyguard said that Cassie requested for a golden shower. I didn't know what golden shower was. I just had to quickly Google what golden showers are. I can't talk about it, but just think about golden shower. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when someone says golden shower? Anyway, well, she said that Diddy requested the guard to, give her the golden shower in front of him, but the guard said it's actually Cassie who asked for it. But here's the thing: after hearing, Cassie's side of the trial, which was yesterday, you get to understand that she did it to please him.
Yeah, she said that a couple of times.
Please him. Yes, she did it to please him, to avoid attacks, to avoid insults, verbal abuse, and all of those things. So if he tells you, if he whispers in your ear that I need you to do this, of course you definitely go and ask, and the guard know if it was Diddy who asked or not. But there's more into this story.
That's so inhumane.
Well, there's more into this story, and so let's get into it. Cassie Ventura, a former girlfriend of Sean Diddy Combs, testified in court detailing a tumultuous relationship marked by violence and abuse. She described freak-offs where she was expected to perform sexually with others in front of him, often under the influence of drugs provided by Sean Diddy Combs. Ventura recounted feeling objectified, controlled, and pressured to please Combs, even while enduring physical and emotional abuse. She also spoke of his controlling behavior, including dictating her appearance and isolating the testimony painted a disturbing picture of a relationship characterized by manipulation, violence, and a profound imbalance of power. Combs, who was arrested September faces charges including racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, transportation to engage in prostitution. He has pleaded not guilty and denied all allegations. If convicted and if found guilty on all counts, he faces up to 20 years to life in prison. So it's 5 counts. So every count is 20. And so if he, if he's found, that's 20 to life in prison. And so we'll see every single time. We'll give you updates on this case that is ongoing in the court. I know this is definitely going to be hard for him because if she's in the courtroom talking about all these things, this is experience. This is reliving.
Now, Mimi cry, I'm not there. Just telling me about it right now just makes my body hurt. If you notice, it makes my body hurt. Because even normal sexual activities with one person is having multiple sexual activities with people who, in actual sense, guards. That's wild, man.
That's wild.
It's wild.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is all we have for you today on Entertainment News Stories. My name is Daphne Flashley. I'll come your way same time tomorrow, but this is not the end. You can go on our social media pages everywhere and still be updated more on this story, on the ongoing trial that is happening. My name is Daphne Flashley once again. I'll see you same time tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Daphne, for coming through with those entertainment stories. Well, in today's dynamic business environment, a robust workforce is pivotal to achieving success. This is why we at Equity Health Insurance, we have thoughtfully designed corporate health insurance plans to empower your employees and bolster your organization's performance. Now, with Equity Health Insurance, your investment transcends ordinary insurance. It represents a commitment to the future of your company. Our health plans are individually tailored to accommodate the unique needs of your employees and offering comprehensive coverage and exceptional benefits. Our support goes beyond administrative tasks and premium. At Equity Health Insurance, we are dedicated to standing by your side throughout the entire journey. So please feel free to 050-1515-124 or 0539-135-073 so that we can further enhance the level of service we provide to you. Equity Health Insurance, we say always here for you.
Telesol Cash, your secure and convenient cash platform, is still offering the lowest charges ever. And it is even better when you're sending money from Telesol Cash to another Telesol Cash. It's still free and also on the Telesol Play app, all right? So whether you're paying school fees, sending cash to your favorite people, send it, all right? So remember, you can make payment to all other networks anywhere cash transfer is accepted as a means of payment. Dial *110#, *110#, or download the Telesol Play app today. Not send it, all right? That's about it for Coffee Daily. Up next, we get into Fashion Wednesday. We'll be right back.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
I'm a journalist because manager say make a TV so. But me na results in the bar out no ne sikani na ne ni ho. Nti e ma me anko ne me kasai. E no se asike ni wa me kasa me dey call SS. But obema me ade ba ko bia and then I mean but e china no e be boa me. Na bisan se dad ye no se edwumasua. the Kojo when I'm the kitchen, so may hairdressing, and in the one mammy Kusia hairdressing, and in the Messiahs and in the Meniachum, Kosia Juma 26. Made to me uncle school, I mean down for co school. Pepper said actually, almost yeah, no whom is almost to my bassa. It's not a dear shaman crama, Siki, your cram, it's me, Nancy, a quine what, but men auntie, no my cook, before say I am ya bread, Biana Maria, named dear, yet ya pum. It's Monsieur Jumerie 2018. Miami, madam, my training collaborate.
Sɛdeɛ wohu no ne store ni na me nso me store ni. Me ne na yɛawa ha kyɛ. Ɔno na ɛyɛ me ti ɛma me. Na yɛ home service ɛna na ɔkɔ. Ɛna akyire no ɔbɛyɛ work and pay. Nti ɔbɛyɛ work and pay na afei ɔde bɛbie container ɛna na yɛwɔ mu ɛwɔ aseɛ hɔ. Nti kakra kakra ɛna yɛn nyinaa yɛde abɛgye store ɛwɔ ha sei no.
Me say Ghana growth no me clients be obebo meeting. Ne me ne kasa so me here workers no catch them so or crofo we Ghana growth nti oni omo be kasa ne omo be interview me ne bibie ni omo aboa me ama adwuma no akoso. Emi de say me am me own madam ne enye obi ho na me che sika wo adwuma no ema me sika. Ena me yeso a eni penny je ho de Ghana growth for de omo ye no ebe boa ende ye utina no ye beti ase